Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Glenn Kellaway coming to you from the basement. It is a beautiful Friday morning in Trenton, Ontario. I am doing a contest entry. I don't do a lot of contests anymore. It's there's so many, and it's just the time. It's just the time, man. I just don't have time, and I apologize that I'm not supporting more of your contests. And the funny thing is, I kind of have a co-contest going on with Sam St. John right now. But that contest really, the motivation isn't to attract subscribers or anything. It's mostly for fun with a $20 prize to name our band, because Sam and I are getting together and picking a few tunes as often as we can, once a month or once every 2 months or whatever. And we're getting together again on July 27th. We're going to have the draw when we're together and pick a name for our little duo. It's just purely jump on board. I don't know anybody who's a music fan who hasn't sat and tried to think of a name for a band. So jump on this one. It's purely for fun. So this is for a relatively new channel to me, fellow Canadian, Northern Revolutions, Rob. Since I started watching Rob's channel, I'm really enjoying it. Rob's a really cool guy. I love his Blue Jays hat. And it looks like he's got his music room in his basement, because I don't see any windows around. It looks like a basement room. Rob can confirm that to me. I haven't seen any room tours or anything yet. But he's got a really cool music room with a big long thing, a record rack on one long wall, and a bunch of guitars hanging out. Sounds like a basement that I would be quite comfortable in. So Rob is at 469 subs, has decided to have a contest. He's a really cool guy, shows some great records, and please support Rob's channel. At least subscribe if you're not into making videos. And if you are into making videos, enter the contest. There's a $40 Amazon gift certificate. You need to be a subscriber to his channel. You need to make a video. You need to leave a comment underneath his video announcement his contest announcement video, saying that you did make a video for the contest, so he'll know and he can go watch it to put you in the draw. And two rules: give a shout out to another channel, preferably one that has less subscribers than you have, and show 3 records that are the soundtrack of our lives. I'm not sure if the soundtrack of our lives, so I'm following that the way he wants to, but I'm picking 3 records that were very important in my growth, or very important emotionally to me, as I'll explain as I show the records. So first off, I'd like to talk about a channel, a shout out to a channel. The channel is my friend Robert S., and the channel is Robscure Music. So Rob, R-O-B, and then a big S, and then C-U-R-E, all one word, Robscure Music. Rob's a very cool guy, and Rob's been very supportive of my channel and a lot of other channels. Always leaves great comments. Yeah, he's just a super guy. He's got a great channel. I was just watching one of his videos where he talked about Doug Somm. I mean, if you can't get better than that, talking about great artists like that who need to be more well known. So Rob, I hope you get a ton more subscribers. I didn't look and see how many subscribers Rob had. I think it's like 70 or something, but please go and subscribe. So 3 records that popped into my head right away that I could say they bring back a lot of memories to me, or were life-changing in some way. The first, how can you not have a discussion when you're my age about the Beatles? So 1964, Ed Sullivan. I bought in Canada, this was called Beatlemania with the Beatles, or Meet the Beatles, Beatlemania. This is the UK edition, which is kind of the similar album with the same album cover with the Beatles. This and a Canadian album only was called Twist and Shout. Those 2 came out. They were the first 2. Bought them right away and changed my life. I met my 4 idols, especially John Lennon. Boy, I ate, drank, and slept Beatles and still do to this day, almost 60 years later. So this is very important to me. The memory that sticks out is the night they were on Ed Sullivan. I was 11 years old. My parents and I were visiting my Aunt Marg and my Uncle Walter at their house, and I knew the Beatles were coming on. I was real excited, and it was Sunday night. And I said, we got to watch Ed Sullivan show. And I vividly remember I'm sitting on the floor in front of the TV, and they're on the couch behind me, and the Beatles come on, and I'm just enthralled, and I've just seen my idols for the first time. And as they're shaking their heads and doing the woo and all that stuff, my parents and my aunt and uncle are like tears rolling down their eyes, laughing at them. And I go, well, who had the last laugh? You know, history shit tells us. So that's, yeah, I could go on about the Beatles all day. Secondly, an album that, when I mention this artist, the first word that comes to my mind is family, because I don't know of any other artist that my family, I was really close with all my cousins when I grew up, and there there was seven on one, in one, my mom's sisters had seven kids, and my other my mom's brother, they had one son, and we all lived within close proximity of each other and grew up together. And I'll tell you, one artist that we all fell in love with and went to concerts together to see and everything is John Prine. I can't think of any other artist that ties our family together more than that. That's why this is a kind of a soundtrack to my life album. Whenever I hear John, I think family, I think memories, I think going to concerts with my cousins and their spouses. My wife Lynn has gone to John Prine concerts with me. My kids love John Prine. It's just really a special, special artist to me, John Prine. Third, I was trying to think of what I could show, and then I thought, I'm going to be 69 years old this month, and one thing as you get older, obviously I don't know, I tend to stay home a bit more. My social circle is smaller. I'm not involved in clubs and groups and stuff like that, so I don't meet a lot of new friends. This doing YouTube videos has been incredible for meeting people from all over the world, and I've made some great friendships. But unfortunately, people were separated by miles, and we can't get together and sit and talk and breathe the same air. It's been fortunate that I'm going back and forth to Florida, and Sam and I have been able to get together, which has been really special. It really means a lot to me. So I had a gentleman who's a YouTube phenomenon, pioneer, one of the nicest guys on the planet, the Canadian stud muffin, Larry Graves. Larry and I had a chance meeting in a grocery store, I don't know, maybe 2.5 years ago or something like that. And I stopped him and said, hey, you're the Canadian stud muffin. My name's Glenn. I watch your channel and all that. And we just talked for like a second. It was nothing, but you tell he was a nice guy. And Larry was doing a lot of live feeds. And one time he sent me a message saying, do you want to come on and do a live chat with me? And I went, yeah. And we started doing that. And then we started, doing more stuff together. And then we met up. And the first time we met, I brought my nephew Jack over, and Larry was very generous with Jack and gave him a bunch of stuff, and very generous with me too, and gave me this Sparks album. Larry's a huge Sparks fan. A Steady Drip, 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 which is actually a really good album. And but anyway, Larry and I, from that moment on, forged a friendship, which is really special to me. He's become like just a great friend, and I'm not talking just a YouTube friend. I'm talking about someone, if it wasn't for YouTube, Larry and I hope from my side of it, would still be really good friends, and I hope that lasts for a long, long time to come. So this album, in a way, sparked a really good friendship that I treasure. So that's my third one. And so please support Rob, Northern Revolutions. I'll put the name of that in the description so you don't forget. Everyone have a wonderful day. Peace out. Take care.